just touching on the listings piece, it's something that the feedback I've had from people that watching listeners is that they're always interested in how you build a brand, and obviously you guys have done it the hard way. You kind of kept control. You're manufacturing yourselves. You've not had loads of external cash. Other people we speak to, they get VC cash straight from the offset, and that often affects that journey going. Actually, what accounts you target from the off. And it's interesting that you're in those premium, occasion-led routes to market. Because I've often seen that's a trend in sort of businesses that kind of have more ownership of the whole end-to-end process. Like, if there's somebody out there that's watching this and they've got a smaller business or they've got an idea and they want to kind of grow it organically rather than go for the investment early on, like, what advice would you have for them around channel development, just so they can avoid wasting time? Because there is a lot of tire kicking, isn't there, when you can waste your time, can't you, with the wrong people?
I mean, look, you're spot on, right? So by having your own, so when we started Joe and Seph's, we were in like a rent by the hour kitchen. We would literally turn up, clean it, cook, clean it, go. Yeah, and really, that was and then we made the popcorn, stored it in a warehouse, and packed it to order.
Great.
And so the benefit of that was, if Selfridges ordered 100 bags, we'd make 100 bags and deliver them 100 bags. We didn't need 500 stores from a big supermarket to kind of get it going. It was very slow. It enabled us to build the brand with small orders in kind of those more premium stores first, which, for sure, if you're going down making it externally with massive MOQs, etc., you just can't do that. And over the years, we sort of built that. So we went by the rent by the hour kitchen, to rent by the month kitchen, to whatever. Now I'm into our new site that we moved into in during COVID. So it's given us the ability to build Joe and Seph slowly, test and trial, learn, build a brand, and build a brand, I guess, like a bit more slowly, but we've had some great growth, but in a way that kind of people have, we didn't need to stick it on the shelves of Tesco on day one. And actually what's really interesting is that back in 2010, if we had put Joe and Seph's on the shelf of a big supermarket nationwide, it wouldn't have sold. The category was not ready for a £3 sharing bag of popcorn. When they hadn't quite worked out that, Butterkiss at the time was, I don't know, £1 or whatever it might be. Like that, there was a massive delta there. The category needed to sort of go through that stage of kind of, I'll pay a bit more for a proper corn, or I'll pay a bit more. So I think it's really interesting. Like, if you've got the ability to kind of make your own products and do it yourself, it's a harder journey, but it gives you the ability to maybe build a business that's going to be around for a long time. I think if you get lucky and you do things the right way and you're really smart and everything else, you can do that kind of big launch and get it right straight away. Then obviously that's going to be a much that's a great path to follow, but it's quite difficult to do.
Yeah, I find it really interesting chatting to companies that have been built that way, because you often find the kind of the intellectual horsepower in the people that have been with the company for a while is a lot more organic, far less reliant on spending a lot on data externally or external consultants, because you instinctively live, eat, breathe the category. You have done, and you've trial and errored so many different permutations of it that you kind of instinctively right now this is what I'm going for, which I think is really fascinating.
It's really interesting. So Little Moons, for example, are based 2 doors down the road from our site here, and they've done the same journey of they created a product which no one else could manufacture at the time. We couldn't find anyone who could make popcorn as premium as we wanted it to be, and the demand wasn't really there to do big supermarkets from day one. And so, both brands are sort of built slowly but surely. So there are case studies of like where you can do it, but it's a very different path. But personally, I love it. I love being able to walk downstairs and see all of the sales team in particular love it, because they go, I've won that customer, that's awesome. In most other businesses, you'd press a button on a screen and the product, off it goes. Here, they can go downstairs, they can see their order being made. The whole team are involved in putting it together and getting it out the door. Like it's a very different vibe.
Yeah, great. That's fantastic. No, thank you for sharing. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Check out the playlist here for more content like this. Click the donuts to subscribe so you never miss an update, and give us a like and a comment so we know what content you'd like to see from us. See you next time.